Okay, family. So I really wanted to jump in really quick. Come in, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so let's get started. I'm like in a hurry, so I'm gonna be like, "Ugh." So okay, one second, y'all. Okay, so first, movie night. We going live, okay? We was testing, 1, 2, 3, and we going live. I hope you guys pull up. It's gonna be late night, so it'll be like 11, not 11, 10:45, 11ish, okay? 10:45, 11ish, like that range, okay? So I'm gonna post it, and on the gram and on YouTube, and that's how we gonna move, okay? So we're gonna remember we covering and gonna show some clips for educational purposes for Set It Off, the winners, Set It Off in New Jack City. So yes, I am fully equipped and ready to break some shit down to y'all because I think you guys are gonna like my point of view and it's gonna be really great. And these are Black movie classics. So yes, I cannot wait to cover those. And then also we'll be talking about the movies that we're going to review next week. I got one and you're going to pick one. So yeah, let's get on into the biz. Okay, so I got like a few minutes to talk about this. Public Enemy. Okay, I tried to record this yesterday morning and it didn't work. So I'm going to do it from the computer today. Hopefully I can get her done. Okay, I think this might be slowing down the process. It's only 11% uploaded. Anyway, fuck all that. So they done kicked Flav out the damn group. Okay, because he didn't want to support Bernie Sanders' campaign. So Chuck D thought it was a good idea to use the image of Public Motherfucking Enemy to support Bernie Sanders. Use the song Fight the Power out of all the songs. Fight the power, right? Now, on one level, I could dig it because some of the things that he is addressing, but he's not addressing anything for the Black collective, okay? So that's the issue. That's the disconnect. So for the imagery and what Public Enemy is as a moving unit, okay, with these three very opposing moving parts. We have Chuck D, that's like the regular brother, just from his voice, his booming voice, just a black man, you know what I'm saying? We got Flav, who's I don't give a fuck. It represents to me so many different areas within the black community, you know what I'm saying? He's loud, he don't give a fuck, he's party, he's ready to go, you know what I'm saying? Wear this big ass clock, he's like this idiotic genius, I don't know, like he drops jewels but then he's cooked, reminds me a little bit of myself, and then we got Professor Griff, militant, part of the FOI, running their drills, you know what I'm saying, and really breaking shit down for the revolution, and where all of them collectively, they capture all audiences in the black community. I remember that, growing up as a little kid, 5, 6, 7 years old, my dad listening to Public Enemy, like he put us onto all the black shit. So, and Public Enemy was in the house. Okay, my dad was for that action when hip hop started changing. He wasn't fucking with it like that. But he did fucks with the Public Enemy action real tough. Because my grandfather was a Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So I think that had a lot to do with that. So, to see that be destroyed by something like politics is completely fucked up and ridiculous, and them niggas need to get that shit the fuck together because this is the time that we need it. You guys were the influence to the kids our age, and now our generation is not playing them games. We're not playing them games with y'all no more. We're trying to find a way to come together and fix the shit. We recognize the crack epidemic and we're trying to get ready for whatever the new shit is. Okay, so we see what it was and we see what time it is. So I'm going to need y'all as our elders to go find counsel with Farrakhan, just like Professor Griff said on his interview. He did an interview with Brother Rich, and I'm going to need y'all to go check out that full interview. He basically came from the perspective, like there's a lot of moving parts that represent Public Enemy well, And we shouldn't lose that. We all in our lanes. You know, he paid respect to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But he kept it real too. And I could appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I advise y'all to watch that interview. And you know, he wasn't popping off or, you know, going to no ill shit, which I was kind of hoping he was. But he kind of did. You know, he's not, nobody, what he did reveal is nobody really felt good about, you know, Chuck D making the move of supporting the campaign of Bernie Sanders. Like, that's, you got to do better, Chuck. And I kind of always looked at Chuck some kind of way because you married a white girl. I just, that, it's a sting to that as a black woman that, you know, especially a strong black man. Like, it's just something about that my soul just, I don't know. I can't dig. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that. And that leads me to, that's a perfect segue to this, dating in 2020. I got 4 minutes as 90s kids, you know, because me and my cousin and everything was talking about this. And if you want, maybe I could talk more in depth, but seeing as though I'm not working with a lot of time, I'm going to point out these things that me, my coworkers, and things like that. So jumping into it, like 90s kids, like, yo, we grew up with all these positive black, positive and negative, but it was balanced. It was balanced because we had the R&B to smooth it out a little, you know. Then we had jazz and things, you know, and then we had the movies to back it. We had soundtracks to back. It was the background to our childhood, and then we had these comedy shows like Moesha and Martin and Cosby's and Sinbad Show and Parenthood and Robert Townsend movies and Spike Lee and all his movies and all the blackness, you know, and all the music, Sounds of Blackness, you know, all those people, Diggable Planets, and even from the Snoop Dogs to the Tupac, you know, Tupac, okay, Tupac again, okay. And all that super, like, you know, self-destruction, you're headed for self-destruction. You know, we had that, right? But see, like, what ended up happening was, and I think this was like during the time when Clinton was in office, and they implemented all the prison industrial complex on us while at the tail end of the crack epidemic, right? And, you know, this is us growing up. So they started murking our niggas, locking our niggas up, and created another slave plantation basically altogether, putting us in financial binds, what makes you desperate to do whatever it is the fuck you got to do to get to where you need to go. And they you know, flooded the communities with the drugs, and, you know, made people so poor and desperate where they felt like that was the only way out. You know what I'm saying? And all these desperate moves led to this. And it was all a fucking setup. Weaponizing our music because it was a cop-out to the situations which was getting us somewhere. But it ended up being a plot against us to promote bad behavior, which we all fell for. I fell for. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like how you grow up has, you know, that has an impact on your decision making. And with all that flooding us, I feel like at the same time, and we are now, as those kids during that time, coming up in the aftermath of that, as a black woman, we're looking for these black men, but they're in jail, are dead. You know what I'm saying? Are not reproducing at all. You know, we can't forget about the sterilization and things like that through the foods, or feminizing them, making them gay, you know, promoting homosexuality. It's one thing if that's what it is, that's who you are for real, because, you know, we know the difference, okay? We're not going to fucking play games. But then now it's so promoted. That's all Obama did was make more rights for fucking gay folks. I know I kind of skipped ahead, but again, I am literally working with another minute. And I thought of this song yesterday, Why We Are Thugs, Why We Thugs by Ice Cube. And he basically was talking about the prison industrial complex as well. And that's why I want to review these movies because there were so many jewels dropped on our head. And I feel like with us collectively trying to move to a different and higher consciousness on our higher learning action, that's a good option. But I feel like with us moving collectively, rewatching those things and re-educating ourselves and trying to disconnect and move together and bringing that, what I described earlier, back to the forefront, because we had all that gangster shit. We had all of that already going on. We already had Too Short. We had Eazy-E and Snoop and all those, but we also had the high everyday people on the forefront. Okay, you see what I'm saying? We need that warrior spirit. We have to have that. That's where our soldiers and our warriors and things like that come from. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to redirect them. Not that we don't need them. Not that we don't need our gangsters. We need them, but we have to redirect it to what it was supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Now that we got the information and the knowledge, then now we got to put into action. And speaking of which, I got to take my black ass to work. But I'm going to kick it to y'all a little bit later. And I got to get ready for movie night. If you want me to go more in depth on this particular subject, I will be elated to do that for you. Okay? But your girl got to get her coin. Anyway, you know, if you watched it to the end, you are the bomb.com. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, share if you care. Let's start working on these names. I think we're going to go with the Care Bears. I don't know why I like that so much, but I just do. I'm a Care Bear. No, just... So anyway, I'm out. Peace, love, and hair grease, and all that jazz. Yeah.